So let's see this here. California's insurer of last resort, the FAIR plan, has run out of money to cover claims from devastating LA fires and will receive $1 billion bailout. By the way, the FAIR plan, you know the FAIR plan that's supposed to take care of all these guys? It ran out of money and needs a bailout of $1 billion. State regulators announced Tuesday the fire destroyed roughly 6,800 structures in Pacific Palisades and 9,400 in Altadena, leaving homeowners who could not get private insurance dependent on FAIR. To date, the plan has paid $914 million in claims, with more expected. California's insurance Commissioner Ricardo Lara approved a $1 billion assessment on insurance companies that operate in the state, allowing insurers to pass some of the costs onto policyholders, potentially raising homeowners' insurance price statewide. Tom, your thoughts on the story?
This pisses me off at a high level. Because if you read that last sentence, Commissioner Ricardo Lara approved a $1 billion assessment. There's two things here. America, we're sending $1 billion to California to help bail out the FAIR plan because of poor forestry management, old equipment from PG&E that would spark and start fires, poor management of reservoirs, poor water management, poor funding of fire departments, all of which caused this, even if it was a natural start of the fire during fire season, all of it caused it to be worse and to be the incredible tragedy, the unprecedented record-setting tragedy. And $1 billion bailout, guess where it's going to come from? It's going to come via FEMA, and it's going to come back to California because the states don't run permanent deficits. They have to find a way, and that's when they reach out for government grants and government money to do that. The second thing he did, because there's $2 billion. That's the first $1 billion. The second $1 billion, he approved a $1 billion assessment on insurance companies. When the state of California puts an assessment on the insurance companies, Vinny, you know what that means they can do?
What?
They can pass that on to the subjects of the assessment, the policyholders in California. So you can take that $1 billion and you can spread it across the policies next year. So for the people that manage to still have insurance from a carrier that manages to still be doing business in California, they're going to have a rate increase so that the carriers can pay for this. This starts at the top with bad management of the forestry and the things that I talked about. And now you end up here. That's the upstream. It starts with Gavin Newsom, and then you end up all the way at the bottom, Gavin Newsom asking the federal government for money, and then changing the rules where it's been burnt down, telling people you can't rebuild your house, you're going to have to build low-income housing. This is the biggest screw job on property owners, whether you lost your company, you lost your house, or you're still in the state and going to have rates go up even higher.
So here's how this works. Okay. Vinny, imagine if you are very irresponsible with your finances. Okay. So you go ask, you go ask your mom for money to bail you out because you don't want to go to your dad. Great. Then you go and ask your dad for money. Then they bail you out. Then after they bail you out, you go back again. You depleted their savings. They're done. Then you go to your siblings. Then you go to your next brother. Then you go to the next sister. You're asking everybody for money because you are irresponsible. Then you keep coming back to mom. Then you keep coming back. And then all of a sudden, you hate everybody because they're not paying you anymore. Now you don't want to talk to them because they're like, well, you didn't bail me out. You just stole half of your dad's money, your mom's money, because you've been begging them for so much money. That's what California is doing. So first, they're like, no, California is a great state. Everybody moves to California. We have the best weather. We have the best. Everybody moves to California. Then people start creating jobs and all this stuff. Oh, my God, start making money. Then they start raising taxes, gas tax, this tax, that tax. So now we're going to put money into homeless. We're going to fix homelessness. Don't worry about it. $24 billion missing. Then you go to homeowners insurance. Well, homeowners insurance, have all these other insurance companies come here and compete. And whatever the market is, let them do it. Oh, you know what? We're starting to pay out a lot of money in California, year over year. State of California becomes a red flag, red alert, and every board meeting of top homeowners insurance companies nationwide, they're like, dude, we got to do something about California. Raise the rates. Oh, regulators in California came and said you can't raise the rates above this price. Then what are we supposed to do? Oh, by the way, they're forcing you right now. If you want to be able to get this business, you're forced to participate in this FAIR Act, FAIR plan to insure these companies, and you're going to take a percentage of the risk. Wait a minute. I can't do that. This is what we're going to do. The government's here to always take care of you. And now California is coming back and saying, hey, we forced insurance companies out. We forced them to do a fair plan. We forced them to do this because we said the government's going to solve your problem. Hey, we failed miserably. Guess who we're coming back to? You.
Oh, no.
Taxpayers.
Horseshit.
You got to help out California.
Yeah.
And people are saying, no, I'm not going to help you out anymore, bro. You can't handle yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You always want to go to siblings or family or people for money. I'm not giving you money anymore. Get your act together when it comes down to money. So then there's a falling out. All you care about is money. All you care about is money. California is saying that to all the other states and the government. But you're exposed eventually, and it takes 10, 15 years. Then everybody finds out you suck at handling money. That's what's going on with California. Let me give you the big announcement. March 4th, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m., put it in your calendar. We're announcing a massive upgrade to Manet. If you have not yet downloaded the app and used it, for some of you that are using the app, you know we're communicating on a regular basis. How much business is being done? A guy Manets me 6 months ago saying, Pat, I want to go out there and become a professional sports owner one day. I said, hey, man, keep dreaming. That's good. I used to dream as well. He says, no. I'd like to do that now. I said, what kind of money you got? Do you have cash? He says, I'm sitting on $100 million. My net worth's at $300 million. I said, let me introduce you to my guy. Introduce him to the guy. 6 months later, he becomes a professional sports owner of the team that he wanted to get. And that was all because of Manet. These are contacts, relationships that happen on Manet. But on the 4th, we're introducing something called the circle economy. So imagine all of you that are watching this, all of you that are curious about the stories, that like debate, that like these discussions, but you want to be able to communicate with the entire community of PBD Podcast in a circle. Like you get to say, did you see this? Did you see that throughout the entire day? That'll be launched, and you'll get access to our notes that we're having on the podcast that we go through. Only people on the circles will have that. You'll get it behind-the-scenes stuff that we do, and you'll get a chance to create your own circle, get compensated, will be recognized and rewarding. And on top of that, I'm announcing a contest on that day, folks. We every year we got the biggest suite at the Kentucky Derby. Ooh. We were there last year. Oh. I took my kids. Dylan was going around spending time with everybody, making bets. It was a hilarious
Spending
time.
My money too.
Spending and making money.
Making money.
But it was a good time.
Dylan the bookie.
We had a phenomenal time. We have the biggest suite on the 5th floor. Right at the finish, when the race ends, they call it the most exciting 2 minutes in sports. And we want to invite you to come and join us. These are not $5,000 seats. These are not $10,000 seats. But we want to invite you to come and join us, and it's a contest tied to Manet. Whatever you do, download the app. More importantly, get on your calendar, put it in there for March 4th, and go to this website that we have here, Rob, vtwebinar.com. Go to vtwebinar.com. Sign up now. This will be packed, and we'll be making a lot of announcements. A lot of unique people will be on there talking about their circles as well. So having said that, cannot wait to see you guys March 4th, 3 p.m. Go to vtwebinar.com. Register, secure your spot, because it will be a massive, especially for those of you that watch PBD Podcast. Look forward to seeing you there. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.